Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Hello Word. I'm Alex, your host, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're diving into a word that's powerful, definitive, and often leaves no room for doubt. Our word of the day is absolute. It's a B2 level adjective, and it means total, complete, or without any limit. Let's talk about how we use absolute in everyday language. When something is described as absolute, it is total or unchangeable. For example, if someone says, "That's an absolute lie," they mean the statement is completely false. Another example could be, "The view from the top of the mountain was an absolute delight," showing that the experience was utterly enjoyable and beyond comparison. Let's explore some synonyms for absolute. Words like total, complete, and utter are often used in similar contexts. For example, her performance was a total success, or it was a complete surprise when they won. Another synonym is outright, as in, the decision was an outright victory. Each of these words emphasizes the same idea of something being whole or without limits. Now, let's think about some antonyms for absolute. Words like partial, limited, and conditional come to mind. For instance, you might say, "The report gave a partial explanation of the events," or "her approval was conditional on meeting specific criteria." These antonyms contrast with absolute by suggesting something incomplete or dependent on certain factors. So, how can we use absolute in our everyday conversations? You might hear someone say, "This is an absolute disaster," to express how completely chaotic a situation is. Or, "He showed absolute dedication to his work," highlighting unwavering commitment. In common expressions, we often hear phrases like an absolute necessity, meaning something is totally essential, or an absolute truth, which refers to something universally valid. Let's look at a few more sentence examples. Her love for her family is absolute. The silence in the room was absolute after the announcement. This book is an absolute must-read for anyone interested in history. As you can see, absolute brings clarity and emphasis to the statement, making it more impactful. To wrap up, today we learned that absolute is an adjective used to describe something total, complete, or without limits. We explored its synonyms, such as total and complete, and its antonyms, like partial and conditional. We also saw how absolute can add strength to sentences and expressions in everyday language. Thank you for joining me on this journey to explore the word absolute. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your support helps others discover the show. And here's a fun challenge for you. Create your own sentence using absolute and share it in the comments. I'd love to see how you use it. Until next time, keep learning and exploring the beauty of the English language. See you soon.